What is up, friends, and welcome to another edition of Trust the Tape. Shout out to all of you who were here before the show even started. You're my heroes. Let's see who was first. Xander. Shout out to Xander. And Ethan.
Xander,
JD, Tanner,
go get him.
Clay 2, Tanner. Yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the shout outs on Trust the Tape. Who am I? PD Pob MFer. If you're my age, you'll know what that means.
My name is Jeff.
Cavanaugh! Hanging out with my buddy Bryan Broaddus, former Cowboy scout. What a badass man he is.
Hey, Bri.
Hey, Bri.
Hey, Jeffrey. Good morning.
Hey, Bri. Fire in the chat if you have any questions today, but we do have things we have to get to. Brian's answering questions on Tweeter Zeter X that he thinks I'm not going to get to, which is real messed up because I get to everything at all times. At all times.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, are you familiar with my favorite thing when it comes to drafting? My favorite thing?
Trading down.
Yeah. Oh, does your boy love to trade down? Oh, do I love to trade down? And this year especially, would I love to trade down, but you got to find a partner.
You do.
It takes two to tango, and you got to find a partner.
Yeah.
So I appreciate guys who cover the NFL and can go ahead and worry about those other 31 teams a little bit more than I do.
Bill Barnwell trading down, huh?
Yeah, Bill Barnwell. Bill Barnwell hooked me up today. So here's the article that Bill Barnwell wrote today.
Good deal.
2025 NFL Draft Round 1 trades. Which teams should make moves? And so what I wanted to see was good, because what I want to know is who could be a team that wants to trade up, because I think there's going to be a lot of teams that want to trade down. And so I'm looking for who wants to come up to see if I can get in that mix and if I'd be happy going to that place. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Bill Barnwell says Seattle at number 18. They got 18, 50, 52, 82, 92. They have 5 spots in the top 100. And the reason that he says they should make a move up is to find the best offensive lineman they can, because they have 4 spots on their offensive line that are butt. So Seattle at 18, he says that's a team that could trade up. Green Bay at 23. He said that is a team that if they are trying to get in the mix for one of the best receivers or edge rushers, would make sense for Green Bay to come on up. Detroit Lions at 28. They are short.
Can you tell me real quick, because you listed off Seattle's 50, 52, 82, 92. Did Barnwell put what Green Bay's picks were?
No, but I can absolutely get that for you. Watch me work, Brian.
Okay.
This is what we do. We do this stuff live. We
Gotcha.
don't fiddle fart. We're not cowards. This isn't recorded. This is
I know.
live.
We're doing it live. We're doing it live.
I need to find the surely there's a link that's like, here's every pick in the freaking draft. Here we go. Check out all 257 picks. I hope it's updated. I hope it's updated. Okay, so I'm looking for Green Bay.
Yeah.
Green Bay has number 23. Number 54. Number 87. Number 124. And that's probably as far as we need to know, right?
That's as far as we need to go.
You could go to 159 if you wanted, or 198 or 237.
Seattle looking for offensive line help.
Offensive line.
Green Bay looking for defensive edge help.
Edge or wide receiver.
Gotcha. All right.
Detroit Lions.
Traditionally though, the Packers will not draft a first-round wide receiver. That's kind of built in their DNA.
All right. Well, called an edge rusher then, Brian, for crying out loud.
I think it's an edge, but I like what Bill's doing here.
Detroit Lions have 28.
We've proven last year that they will come for a player and give up more than they should.
They are short a guard and they're short an edge rusher. So you could say they're coming up for Tyler Booker, or maybe they want to make Kelvin Banks a guard, or Matt Campbell a guard. Will Campbell, sorry, whatever.
Matt Campbell's a nice coach at Iowa State.
It's true. They're also short an edge rusher opposite Aiden Hutchinson. So Lions at 28. They have 28. They have 60. They have 102.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, they lost.
It's kind of like where we need to stop.
Yeah, because 92 went to Seattle from Vegas through Detroit and the Jets. Detroit's at 102. And then not again until 130. So, yeah, that's all we need to know.
Yep.
All right. So there you go. Now those are our guys. Are you going to be my math man? Are you going to math me up and figure out what works for us here? Should we run a simulator and see what we're moving away from if we go down?
That'd be fun.
All right, watch me work. I'm all over this, brother. Draft simulator. And if I've learned one thing on the Pro Football Focus one, I am going to yank that slider all the way to public board, not Pro Football Focus board.
Yeah,
you know
they will. They've got theirs. Their players are. Hey, they do work. No problem doing the work.
Yeah, I'm mad at them. They did more than I don't know how to work the internet and make these things. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a 4-round draft. I'm just going to go to 12. Ready? And I'm just going to rip it. I'm going to rip it. Bam, 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 bam. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders, Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, Ashton Genty, Armand Membu, Will Campbell, Tyler Warren, Tetaroa McMillan, Will Johnson. Boy, that is the best I've seen. Like that lines up with about what I think could happen. That's good. Okay. So that puts us at 12.
Yeah.
We're ready to rock. Jahdae Barron.
You liking Jahdae Barron there?
I'm looking because their rankings aren't like my rankings, so I have to scroll a little bit to find guys. Jahdae Barron, Malachi Starks, Jahad Campbell, Mike Green, Luther Burden, Josh Simmons, Emeka Ibuka, Kelvin Banks, Matthew Golden, Walter Nolan. Probably about all I need to say. Jalen Walker. Oh yeah, I forgot they hate Jalen Walker. I would just pick Jalen Walker, but for the purpose of the exercise, we can't worry about that. All right, so. Is there a name that snaps at you that you're like, don't you dare? In terms of trading down, is there any of those
trade chart? Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I was looking at the trade chart. Give me your top two. Give me your top two. Give me your top two because your board and my board have come somewhat similar. So give me your top two, what you feel about it, and we'll walk it through.
I'll include Jahdae Barron for you because I believe that will be there, right?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. You and I are pretty similar on this. I'd say
names I would consider at this spot are Jalen Walker, Georgia linebacker and pass rusher. All of our receivers except McMillan are here. Josh Simmons, the Ohio State left tackle, if he has a clean bill of health. Kelvin Banks, Mike Green.
I love Mike Green. Pretty open to trading back if you're interested in doing that.
I'm always interested in trading back.
How far back you want to go? That's the question. You want to the one that would probably be the most realistic. All right, think about
Seattle, right? Because they have all that ammo.
They have all that ammo. What offensive lineman then is on that board? Simmons.
I would say they're coming up for either Booker, Banks, or Campbell to make him a guard.
Yeah, there you go.
Whichever one they love the most.
I think I've done this before. This is let me see how I've got this.
Yeah, give me the math between their 18, 50, 52, 82, 92. What do we get?
I don't need an ad all of a sudden to show up on when I'm doing.
What's happening? What happened? Check.
I think I lost you there for a second. I lost you for a second there. I think it's this chart that's messing me up here. It's 1,200 and Seattle's pick is 900. Is where we're at.
So we need 300. So what is 50? Got to make up.
What is that? 300.
Yeah. What's 50?
50 is going to be, that's 400. That's an overpay by 100. That's 400 right there. Their 52 is worth 380.
So we're going to take 50 or 52 and we're going to kick them something on the back end.
Yeah, that's kind of what you're looking at
all right now. Tell me what.
That's what I would consider.
All right, I'm going to go for 18 and 50. I'm going to give them 12. And can you tell me that's 100-point overpay? Can you tell me what 149 is worth?
149 for the Dallas Cowboys is only worth 31 points.
Okay, see, so we're in. Okay, you could do huge.
I think this is where I would make Seattle just overpay.
All right, well,
Seattle's got the draft capital to do it.
Okay,
listen, the price of poker coming up is I would make them give me 52 is what I would do. Just say, listen, you've got. I would tell John, listen, you got 50, you got 52, you got 82. Just kick me 52 and let's call it a day. You got your tackle. I got my second round pick, and we move on.
All right,
that's what I would do. I'm not trying to. I'm just gonna convince him that, hey, listen, I've got other people wanting this pick. If you want it, you got to give me 52. And that's what I would do.
People are making a good point. Why is Jeff not showing the draft screen? Here you go. Have the draft. Bang! We're down to 18 now. We traded down to 18. We took number 52 from him.
All right, so you're at 18. Now what players
I'm
you
at
got?
18. I have Malachi Starks. I have Mike Green. I have Luther Burden. I have Josh Simmons. I have Emeka Ibuka. I have Kelvin Banks. I have Walter Nolan. I have so many options. What I'm telling you, Brian, trading down is so good. Trading down is so good.
Yeah.
We could have gone further. We could do it now.
All right, well then down if you want to. Go all the way down to 23. Take Green Bay's 54.
They're not going to give us 54 for 5 spots from 23 to 18, Brian.
Well, that's well. Then
see if they give us 87.
Sorry,
do 8.
Still thinking I had 12. See, 87 is 155.
Okay, what's 23?
23 is worth 760. So we're at 18. What you said? It's 900.
Yeah, what's 18?
18 is 900.
They're giving us 915.
900.
It's a good trade.
Yeah.
All right, I'm forcing the trade. Brian, do you realize this is my...
It's about 100.
It's 15 points over. That's it. 15.
Yeah.
We're forcing the trade. Yeah. We're going to 23. All right. We lost Ibuka.
23.
We lost Kenneth Grant. We lost Josh Simmons. We lost Malachi Starks, but you still are staring down the barrel of Mike Green, Kelvin Banks, Walter Nolan. If somebody wanted to go early on running back, Mike Green, Burden, Banks, Nolan.
I don't think they would take. I don't think they would take Luther Burden there. By the way,
I gotta ask you. I gotta ask you a question.
I need to learn more about that, Jeff. But I don't think they would take Luther Burden.
That's what I want to know about from the entire world. Is Luther Burden has now gone from being a top 10.
Oh
15,
no,
I'm not. His tape didn't change. The tape didn't change.
No. There's
so whatever's happening
off the field. There's off the field stuff that you have to worry about here.
Does it mean I can have it 40?
I don't know.
Can I have it 44 now?
Maybe so. Absolutely.
Okay. So Mike Green, Kelvin Banks, Walter Nolan.
Everybody's wanting you to take that runner, Jeff.
Tell everybody absolutely not. Tell everybody absolutely not.
They're all asking you, Jeff. They're saying, take the runner. Why do you keep skipping over Hampton?
Because he's a running back.
Matt wants to know why you skipping over Hampton.
I am the one who started the Hampton love affair. If I skip over him, I'm allowed to. The love affair was at 44, not in the 20s. Swayze's in the super chat. Depressing as a Cowboys fan. We'll draft a left tackle and repeat the 2010. I wish they would draft a left tackle. But I don't think they will. I don't think they will repeat. I don't think that they will admit mistakes that early. Tanner's in the super chat. Why is everybody so excited about Sanborn? I see a lot of lack of production. He's a nice little middle backer.
What do you mean lack of production? The guy had over 100 tackles. What do you mean lack of production?
Why does everybody want a running back? Brian, you wouldn't pick a running back here, would you?
Oh, I wanted one at 12.
Well, yeah, but we didn't get him. That's different.
What I'm saying. I have every player you've named, I basically have over Hampton. I like Johnson better myself. That's me. So,
Okay, yeah. See, that's why we're not going to entertain this running back talk. Look, the only reason Ashton Genty's name matters is because the top of this draft is weak, and he is an awesome prospect. Hampton's a good prospect. So is Johnson. So are Travion Henderson. So are a lot of guys. Okay, holler at me in the 2nd or 3rd round. Holler at me in the 5th. If I could take Ollie Gordon in the 5th, holler at me in the 5th. Okay.
Yeah.
Chill with the running backs. Mike Green, Kelvin Banks, Walter Nolan.
I take Mike Green.
You know, people are going to get mad at us about this one, Brian.
I don't care.
What about our needs? I'm with you. Premium position, good prospect.
Mike Green's a first-round pick. I mean, he absolutely deserves to be taken.
Look at that. We're doing an accidental mock draft. 44. Hold on. Let's see our running back situation. See, this is where now you take Travion Henderson and you don't worry about it and you're fine.
Yeah, there we go.
You're fine.
I'll be happy. There we go. Henderson's just as good of a player as Hampton is.
Right. Yeah. And if not, then you take Sampson or Judkins or Harvey and you take them next round. We're good.
Has Hampton been picked? Or is he still there?
Caleb Johnson went at 40.
Yeah.
Hampton went at 29.
Okay. There you go.
And that's fine. So you take Travion Henderson so nobody else can jump you for running backs, right?
Absolutely. I have Henderson. I have Johnson, Hampton, Henderson all in the second round on my board.
Okay. Is there anybody you want to take above them, or are we keyed in on our running back? You have Ravel, you have Hairston, you have Landon Jackson, you have
personally Ravel is a first round grade for me on my board.
You're not going to let these people have a running back, Brian?
I'm just saying. I mean, on my board, it would ideally, if I could have Green and I could have Ravel, that would help my team tremendously.
Donovan Jackson, offensive lineman, Ohio State. I could put him at right guard. He can take the left tackle job. Alfred Collins.
Jackson's really, really good. I have him in the second round. I actually have him over the Alabama guy, Booker.
Oh, Brian. But you have Ravel as a 1. We have to take our first round grade. We're in the second round. We have to.
Yeah. Where do you have what do you want to take? Do you want to take the runner and see what happens, or did you already draft it?
I already took the corner.
Cool. We helped our team a lot there, guys.
Yeah. And you know what we're gonna do now? Be heroes.
Watch this.
We took the runner. See?
Was Henderson in the third?
Yeah, we took him in the third. Oh, no. We took him. We had another 2. We took him at like 50 or whatever.
Oh, there you go. Corey asked me thoughts on Benjamin Morrison from Notre Dame.
Stop hurting your hips, Benny. I like him.
Yeah, he's a really good player. I have 4 fourth-round corners. Actually, all those guys.
You got him in the 4th?
No. Fourth. He's my 4th corner in the first round.
Oh, you got Morrison in the first?
Yeah, I have Morrison in the second. He's the top of the second.
Okay.
I don't have Will Johnson in the first. I have Morrison as my last first round player.
Who's your last first round player?
Morrison is my last first round corner, Jeff. Pay attention today. Let's go.
I've asked you if he was a 1 multiple times. And I felt like you said no.
I said yes. He's my last corner in the first round, is what I said.
Why do you guys like Henderson over Judkins? Seems like Judkins is the better 3-down back. He killed it in the playoffs. I disagree with him being the better 3-down back.
I totally disagree with you.
I think
why am I yelling at you?
I don't know. Henderson's a better receiver, and I think Henderson's probably better in pass pro. Travion isn't big, but he's a hellified pass protector.
Yeah.
That dude's a psycho. He will smack you in the mouth. You try to get near his quarterback. Now, here's the wild card. If you want a nose tackle, Joshua Farmer's sitting there from Florida State. We have not taken a wide receiver. And Trey Harris, Jalen Noel, Jalen Royals, they're all there.
I would take Royal myself over those guys. You're the wide receiver guru. You know.
Mason Taylor's here. That's my tight end right there. He's your tight end. He's my tight end.
He's my second overall tight end on my board.
Second
round, Jeff. That would be the second round.
That's where I got him. Would you take Mason Taylor over any of these receivers?
I have Royal in the third, so I would consider Mason Taylor absolutely there.
What do you mean consider? What are you gonna do? You gonna try to explain to the world why you didn't follow your board and you took a 3rd-round receiver over a 2nd-round tight end, or are we gonna take our 2nd-round tight end, Brian?
Jeff, I've lost a lot of arguments in my day, except when I ran that draft. That's when I didn't lose arguments. So I think Royals is really, really good, though. I mean, if you're dying for a wide receiver. If you're dying for a wide receiver, I think Royals could really, really help you there.
I don't believe in dying for anything in the draft, Brian. I believe in finding the best players we can, especially with our first 3-round picks. That's how we stack our roster up. If we need a receiver, we figure it out later. We don't go reaching for crap. That's not what we do. Yeah. But I'll let you make the pick. You want to take a receiver instead of the tight end?
Why don't you take somebody, Jeff, if you know which receiver do you feel good about? Which receiver do you feel good about?
Oh, I'd take the tight end. I would take my highest graded player.
Well, then I would too. Take him. Go. Mason Taylor.
Sorry, I'm having a good time fighting with you. It's fun. So I'm just
God dang, you're wearing my ass out is what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm having fun. Yeah, and here's Jalen Royals. Look at that. See, Brian, it all works out when you take the best player. Now we take Jalen Royals. We are
right.
draft gods.
Noel is good too. Professor O's right about that. Noel's good too.
We are draft gods.
Mm.
Look at what we've done. I have to screenshot it. Oh my God, Brian. Did we just save a whole franchise?
I think we did.
Did we just pull a franchise that the Jones family is attempting to bury at the bottom of the ocean and make them awesome? BB Jeff, mock, desktop, save.
Harley's saying you should have waited on the runner. I disagree, man. I ain't passing Henderson.
I wouldn't mind waiting on the runner, but I do like Travion Henderson. I don't, I hate running backs. Yeah. But I do, when you've got big playability, 3-down ability, all of those things, I can take you at 52. I got no problem with that. Travion can't run without a line. Rico got 4.6 a pop last year. Like, I get it. I don't love the offensive line either, but I don't hate the offensive line. They're not worthless. They're just not amazing, man.
Folks, we're all having a good morning, aren't we?
We're having the best morning. We're having the best morning.
No defensive tackle. That's right. We didn't draft a defensive tackle.
No, because we don't chase need around here, okay? Brian might not say it to your face. He might not want to talk crazy to y'all today. I will. You know what we're going to do? We're going to stay true to our best players.
I agree. I agree to that.
If there is a round grade difference and we're in the third, we're taking our second round player. The end. Okay. Otherwise, why are we ranking them?
Terrence is asking you, Jeff, you hate running backs, but you love Dak Prescott, who is a mid without one. What do we say to that?
I couldn't care less.
Dak might be mid now just because of the injuries. That might make him even. It might not mean a runner or a line or whatever. He just might be mid now because of the injuries. Might have made him where he can't.
He had his best season ever with one-legged Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
That mid quarterback. Okay, y'all want to do this? That mid quarterback in 2016, the running back didn't carry shit. They ran the ball a lot. And that rookie quarterback was the best third down quarterback in football because you kept going run, pass. That quarterback was a beast for you. What we're not going to do is disrespect that man.
There you go. I like what you're doing, Jeff.
But I agree with Brian. I'm terrified about all the injuries piling up and that maybe we've seen the best of Dak over.
I think to me, that's the thing I would worry about the most. I mean, you could have Philadelphia's line and their running game and whatever, and Dak with the injuries and the mobility and stuff, lack of. This is a game you have to be able to kind of move around a little bit. That's going to be a problem. We'll see.
I really don't want to do this because I've done this 150 times, but I guess sometimes there's new people who come in. I guess Saquon didn't help the Eagles. Saquon absolutely helped the Eagles. Saquon's been in the league over a half decade. What did Saquon do?
They're saying Saquon didn't help the Eagles?
No, I think he's saying like, look, the running back is super important. Saquon absolutely helped the Eagles.
Oh, yeah. No, he did. Yeah.
But you know who helped who more?
The
Eagles helped Saquon more than Saquon helped the Eagles. Saquon's been in the league a half decade doing nothing. And then he got to that team.
It got to that team. Smart Change says the good running backs won't last past the fourth round. I got running backs in the fifth round I would absolutely take and play with.
It's a huge running back year.
Yeah, it's a huge running back year. Yeah.
And I think like I have guys graded probably too high. Like I have a 3-pack of guys that I have in like as my 3-4 cheater grades that are like your hammer.
Who would those be?
So my hammer guys that I just clumped together in that range is I think, let's see, Ollie Gordon at Oklahoma State, Damian Martinez at Miami, and Jordan James at Oregon. I think all three of them. Yeah. I don't know about 3-down ability, but if you're looking for the guy you're going to hand it to 15 times, is going to run up in there and smash you in the face. Like all of those guys, I think are half of a running back committee, the hammer part.
I think the only thing that bothers me about James is I don't think he's a great pass protector. So but like I say, I'd like to have these guys on the field for as much as I can, especially with the guys that they signed in free agency.
Yeah, Javonte can play third down or whatever.
But you could put Williams as the third down back. Absolutely.
Or we could draft another guy later.
Tootin over Jalen Blue. Are you crazy? Yes, you're crazy.
Tootin over Blue. Am I crazy? I like Tootin. No, Tootin's a good player.
I like Tootin. I have one in the second and one in the fourth. I have blue in the I have blue in the third and Tootin in the fourth.
What do I have? I have them both in the third.
You see,
no, I think too, like blue is it's almost like you have to separate the running backs. Like I know some people are talking about, I forgot which draft analyst man was talking about how he now separates his tight ends. Like Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland aren't playing the same thing. Loveland is a big wide receiver. Warren is a tight end. Tootin is a hand it to him. And Jaden Blue is I'm going to hand it to you some, but one of them is I'm hunting big plays. And
I'm going to throw it to you too. Yeah, I'm going to throw it to you and I'm going to hand it to you. And yeah, I mean.
He's a big play guy too, though. He's like, he's got real life speed and he's packed in there with some muscle. I think he would be a more reliable. You're going to hand it to him more often. And Blue is more of a, can I throw it to him a little bit?
Sure.
Find a way to get him on the edges, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying?
TB's right about Mullins. I know you haven't seen Mullins, Jeff. He's the Michigan back.
Let me throw him in the mix. Hold on.
No, he would be a hammer guy, but he's probably more towards the fifth round, into the fourth, fifth round kind of guy.
Yeah, it sucks that they need so many things that you can draft your best players available and people are like, yeah, but you didn't. It doesn't matter. Like yell at them. Don't yell at us for picking the best player. Yell at them for not preparing properly to draft the best player. Like you're looking for good value with premium picks for 4 years of football. I am not looking to plug a leak with my third round pick. I'm looking to make a good pick. And then we can plug the leaks. There's other ways to plug leaks. Use them.
I agree.
Use them. And they've used them a little bit. They've been trading around. They've been signing guys. But yeah, they got a lot of stuff to do. Like I think we would have had Mike Green, Ravel, Henderson, Travion Henderson, Mason Taylor, Jalen Rolls. That's a kick-ass draft. And we're still going to look at that team and go, is the offensive line going to be good enough? We didn't get a nose tackle. Like you're still going to have things, but that's not a Jeff and Brian problem. Jeff doesn't read super chats. Did I skip a super chat? Hold on. I did Swayze's earlier. He's the one who's just asked if I did super chats. And I definitely read your super chat, bud. Oh, crap. He asks about Efton Chisholm every day, and I still haven't watched him. Wait, isn't that the receiver that ran like a 4.8 or a 4.7 at his pro day?
I don't think it was very good, but I have not seen the player myself. I believe I'm right.
By Thursday, Efton Chisholm.
I'm looking at quarterbacks right now. I've been looking at quarterbacks the last 2 days.
You're going to find me a fifth round guy?
I'm going to try. Right now, the way that the homework assignment that Vaj gave me, Ward's the first, Sanders is the second, Milroad's the third.
Okay. Rusty's in super chat.
By the way, I think that Shedeur Sanders at Jackson State physically moved better than he did at Colorado.
Oh, Bryan Broaddus.
Than he does.
Breaking report: Shedeur Sanders has gotten fat.
He's gotten bigger,
and
he doesn't move as well. He doesn't move as well. He moved very well at Jackson State. I went back and watched some Jackson State tape, and he moved very well at Jackson State. And he's not as fluid moving as he is now. That son of a gun rolling to his left can let it fly, and that's something very rare he can do. I'll tell you, Milroad's got a gun. Milroad's got a gun.
He's got a freaking howitzer strapped to his shoulder.
Doesn't know where it goes. But the thing about with Milroad, I wonder if he's like Malik Willis for Green Bay. Is that a fair kind of comparison?
Maybe. I mean, I haven't studied Milroad, but I've watched him a bunch, and I know that he has no idea where the ball's going, but he can sling the crap out of a football. And I think, especially like if you're talking about as a backup who's developing, you end up with a chance to win on Sundays if your backup can run a 4.3.
This guy, I mean, running around, the Michigan game was not great. The early part of that Michigan game for Milroad was awful, how things kind of materialized. I know it started pouring down rain. They didn't handle the situation. He looked uncomfortable in the pocket. Alabama was trying to scramble back at the end of the game. They did try and get to the end of the game. They just couldn't make the fourth down play. But, boy, he had some games where just as him on design runs, man, you couldn't stop him on those design runs.
Oh, he's a problem. Like it's Anthony Richardson plus probably when he's running.
Hey, Jeff, I saw a super chat I think went through that was a $20 one you might want to get
hold
to.
on. Well, let me knock out the other ones. I had to scroll back and find them because I was drafting. Any chance we could just move Bell back to linebacker? He played good there in the draft this week anyway. Tolo. I don't think you need to do. I don't think.
I think they're thinking about him at safety, guys.
Yeah, I would leave him. I would leave him at safety. You brought in linebackers.
Yeah.
You brought in linebackers. Let him play.
Yeah.
Dang it! I think I just lost one. I lost one.
Yeah,
we'll go all the way back. Hold on, let me get
Matt's right about Milroad against Georgia. That game was incredible. The way the LSU game was really, really good. Like I say, the Michigan game will give you a little bit of like, whoa, what's happening here? So
okay.
But yeah.
Here I can get to the super chats. Here's the 20.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, get that one taken.
Shout out to Aaron Trucker. I hope other teams pass on Genty due to running back depth. We don't have an RB1, and we neglected running back in recent drafts. I think wide receiver 2 is the luxury over RB1. No, even if we can't get back this year, if Genty gone, take Hampton. I would not take Hampton in the first round. Absolutely, positively not. I think Genty's special. The top of the draft is weak, so I could take Genty if I can have him at 12. Otherwise, we figure it out later. I think wide receiver 2 is more important than RB1, just in a vacuum. I think having 2 wide receivers is incredibly, incredibly important. And it's harder to find a 1,200-yard receiver than it is or a 1,000-yard receiver than it is to find me a capable running back. That's what I think. I can find one. You know what I'm saying? I can find one.
Yeah.
I know I missed a super chat, but it won't let me scroll back far enough to get it, I don't think. Let me see. That was the Bell one. Henderson over Judkins. There was one further back. Let me get there. It won't let me go back any further.
Sorry about that. I'm going to answer your question real quick. Heist is asking, he says Milroad's a better processor than I think previous scrambling quarterbacks in his tier. I would debate that.
I'll fight him.
I would debate that. I think that there's some times when you look at with Alabama's offense, though, it was kind of a one read thing. And then when that one read, Williams, the wide receiver, I think the young kid, the freshman, when he wasn't there or they couldn't find his guy, then that's when it turned into find somebody else or scramble. The processing part, I worry about him playing under center a little bit, turn his back to the offense. A lot of these quarterbacks that play in the shotgun are going to have to turn their backs to the, Dak Prescott played in a lot of shotgun coming out of Mississippi State. It's something for these quarterbacks to have to deal with. They play under center, turn their back to the defense, and then make, process reads. So I'll disagree with him on that.
Fighting. We love a good fight.
Trey Batty, I see Clemente ask a question. Trey Batty from BYU, the edge he's more of I think a 5 technique, a head up 3-4 edge more than an outside pass rusher guy, but kind of a 290-pound guy, plays head up, kind of like what Chris Canty was for the Cowboys. Just play head up, kind of take on guys and then release and go. Good against the run. I think some pass rushes, a little bit of a problem there for him. But I think he's more of a 3-4 end than he is a 4-3 end, if that helps somebody.
Barron or Abuka from Knight?
Barron. They won't do it. They won't. They'll take Abuka before they take Barron. They're just not going to take Barron. I don't see them taking Barron.
Barron or Abuka. I'm just gonna.
They're not going to Rusty. They're not going to give up a 5 to jump Vegas for Genty. They're not moving up. Not for.
There's one. Thank you, Zach. He found the super chat I couldn't scroll back far enough for. From John, why not use some draft capital from 2026 and 2027 to get 3 or 4 extra picks in the top 80? Don't get me wrong. I love doing like everybody. Today is fun. Screw later. Let's just do stuff today. So. Yeah. I'll dance with you. And I do I think it's a really nice, I think it's a great draft to have a bunch of 3rd round picks.
We kicked the Cowboys in the nuts for not having picks. And in 2026, when they're giving up picks for 3rd round picks and 4th round picks, Jeff is going to come on here and go, it'd be really nice to have that 3rd round pick.
That's right. I'll praise them while they have the picks. And then when they don't, I'll be like, these idiots don't have picks. All right. I got to go to work, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Thanks.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
All right.
Appreciate you, Jeffrey. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. What a day. What a day. What a day to have an effing day. Remember, Aaron. Mr. Briber, I agree with Jeff. Longtime fan, sir. Oh, I don't remember. What was his question about? Oh, RB1 or wide receiver 2?
I don't know.
Which one makes $30 million in the NFL right now?
That's true.
T. Higgins?
Very true.
or your starting running back.
Very true.
Would you rather have an RB1 or a wide receiver 2, Brian?
Well, my RB1 is.
It depends who it is.
My RB1 is Genty, and my wide receiver 2 is guys like Golden and others. I'm going to take Genty over those guys. Right?
Yeah. If you were talking about the second receiver in the draft or the first running back,
if you give me the first wide receiver, then that's going to be Missouri and Ohio State and Arizona.
Yeah.
That's
but for my football team, I'll take wide receiver 2 over running back 1. In this draft, I will take Genty over any of the receivers. All right, now I have to go. Remember, we have.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate you. Love you.
You have no idea what anybody's going through.